Hey, what's up everybody, it's your boy Will, aka the greatest political mind the world will never know, and I'm going to do a two-part series today. I'm going to give you the first part of this video, one you're watching right now, is going to be about the bailout. Second one, I want to talk about individualism. Now, this first part I want to talk to you about, the bailout, is I want to talk about the politics behind the bailout, because I really can't explain the bailout because nobody's explained the bailout to us. Nobody. The president, Congress, the presidential candidates, nobody. Nobody really knows what this what this thing is all about. Nobody. And I'm going online, I'm listening to MSNBC, CNBC, Fox News, everything, trying to figure out what exactly does this $700 billion bailout do for you and for me. And from what I can tell, all I can get from everybody, from every source that I was either reading or watching, was that it will shore up the credit. So it's needed. It's not really something that's going to bail out the fat cats. They get some money to get them out of trouble. It really is going to be something that should help us, but it won't turn things around overnight. It's going to take years for these effects to wear off and to see a turn on the profit for the $250 billion that goes to buying out these mortgages. And then after a while they allocate another $450 billion over time to shore up the credit industry and so forth. And so from what I can understand, that they're hoping that the $250 billion will turn a profit when they actually sell these things, when the economy makes that turn for the better. So they're thinking that the money would be a short-term loss, but would have long-term effects in a positive way to bring us up out of this possible recession or even possible depression, from what I can tell. I'm not claiming to be an expert on the economy by any stretch of the imagination, but from what I can read, from what I can view, and from the people I've talked to who are friends of mine who understand the economy, that's the gist that I'm getting. But the politics behind it is even more appalling to me. As you know, the bailout failed. 63, 65 Democrats, 133 Republicans voted against it because of politics. Not because of it's going to hurt the American people. No, it was going to hurt them in their certain districts, depending who their base is, Republican and Democrat. You got Barney Frank coming out blaming the Republicans, but 65 Democrats voted against it. You got the Republicans coming out blaming Nancy Pelosi in some speech that she wrote. Come on, that is so petty and a really horrible political move on part of the House Republicans and Bonner. That was awful, complete absurdity. It was awful. Whoever came up with that strategy and just pimp slapped like a little bitch, that was just awful. But Obama comes out, and he comes in this rally in Colorado, I guess it was, and says, you know, the Democrats and the Republicans need to get together and push this thing through. Why does this person always state the obvious? Why? And just an aside, as I was on my way to a wedding this weekend, I was listening to the news, flipping through the stations, and I heard an Obama rally, listening to it, and people were out there fainting. He's pointing it out like it's some kind of rock concert. People are fainting, and you wonder why I call you Obama worshippers. But, so he comes out with the obvious. And then McCain's silly ass comes out with, well, it's Obama's fault. Then Obama sends out a statement saying, well, it's McCain's fault because he's hanging out a tax instead of thinking about what needs to be done. But he will say what needs to be done. Neither one of them will come out and bluntly say that they are for or against this bailout. It's like they always playing a Me Too game. Like during the debate when McCain talked about the bracelet that he got from that mother of a fallen soldier. Here go Obama, me too, I got a bracelet too. And then we find out that he wasn't even supposed to talk about that stuff. I mean, These dudes are total assholes. And I'm going to say why they're assholes. They don't think. They don't think. They don't think. They don't think about you. They don't think about me. That's why I'm a registered independent. And I'm going to talk about that in another video about being independent and black. Not following the trend. But you know what? If I was running for president, this is what I would have said. America, the American people, let me talk to you. I understand your frustration. I understand where you're coming from. You know what? We messed up. Not just Congress, not just Bush, but your government let you down. And I apologize for the incompetence on all of our part. And we will do the best we can to find some way not to stick you with the bill. This, I swear, I understand it's hard to get that car loan. I understand how hard it is for you to get that mortgage payment together. You hurting. I remember how hard it was for me to scrape and survive when I was trying to take care of my family. I am there with you. I truly understand, but I have been blessed. I'm a millionaire. I'm a United States Senator. And I don't want you to ever forget, just because I've been blessed, that I have not been there and understand where you and you and you are coming from. And I will roll up my sleeves and do whatever it takes to make sure that this does not impact you. Now, we're going to have to cinch our belts and make some sacrifices, people. All those programs that I talked about putting through, hey, that's out the window. But as Americans, we are going to get through it together. Now, maybe saying something like that will tank somebody's campaign. But you know what? I do agree with McCain on one thing. I'd rather lose an election than lose my sense of self and pride and my moral responsibility to be a civil servant first and put my country first. Neither one of those candidates said anything like that or had that kind of empathy and sensibility to the American people, which makes them both assholes. So in closing, yes, I'm a McCain supporter, but he showed himself to be an asshole today. A complete joke. Attacking Obama when the American people are scared. They don't know if their 401k is going to be there next week or not. And you're attacking Obama playing this back and forth kitty kindergarten crap. I'm sick of it. That's why I'm so happy to be a registered independent. I know what they're thinking. They're thinking about the next election, and that's why I believe that we should have term limits. Like the president can only be president for 8 years, we should have term limits in the House and the Senate. Career politicians are screwing the pooch, and I understand the whole experience argument, but being in Congress 26, 35 years, all that kind of stuff, it's just too much for them to be corrupted. And you know what? I understand that's where a lot of you come from about McCain. He's been corrupted because he's been in there for 26, 36 years. But Biden's been there for 35, but nobody's complaining about him. We need to overhaul our economic and political system, period. And both of these people running for office, or some out of nowhere congressman should have brought it up himself on the floor when they were having the debate today, talking about sacrifice. We never ask the American people to sacrifice. We're always coddling. Don't they understand that we are tough? That we can take it? Assholes, people. Assholes. That's what I saw today. Talk to you later.